I wanted to talk about how the concept of tapas and Spanish food has been diluted in the last years. It's been abused by many. I've seen loads of horrible things done to Spanish food, like it has happened to Italian, but as well, something that it comes with Spanish food that is not just the produce, it's not just the small plate of food, it's the sharing element, okay? The whole world seems to be jumping on the wagon of sharing tapas. And let me tell you, tapas is not a trend. And I want everybody to hear that. Tapas is a Spanish tradition. And no one will ever fight that back. I've seen loads of things. Indian tapas, Italian tapas, Chinese tapas, you know. But, you know, I understand it's a great way of eating out and all these things. But please, guys, let the sharing for us, because it's one of the very few things that we have. You know, I've been doing Tapas Revolution for the last few years of my life, trying to introduce to the wonders of Spanish food. As you probably know, Spanish food is not as popular as any other cuisine. You know, there is 8,000 Indian restaurants in the UK. There is, I think, something like 10,000 Chinese restaurants. There is like 4,000 Italian restaurants and only 200 Spanish. That's how small we are. We are starting a revolution, and I want you all to join us and cook a bit more of Spanish food at home, which is much easier than you probably all think. And I've just published a book, by the way, called Tapas Revolution that has all the bases on it. You know, it's much, much simpler, delicious, healthier than you think. And you all guys go to Spain on holiday. I've seen you in there. and it's quite funny because 5 years ago, I've asked a lady on the street, you know, I realized people didn't cook Spanish food at home, and I always wonder why. Why people cook Indian curries, pastas, and all sort of things, and nobody makes a simple, humble Spanish omelette. So I went with a pen and a paper downstairs of where I live, and I asked the first person I saw. It was a middle-aged woman, 50 years old. I said, can I have 2 minutes of your time? I said, no problem. I said, I want to talk to you about food. I said, about Spanish food in particular. I said, have you ever been in Spain? And she said, I go there every year for the last 25 years of my life. I said, brilliant, good stuff. I said, so I guess you are familiar with Spanish food. I said, yeah, I'm very familiar with Spanish food. I love croquetas, paella. She knew everything about it. I said, can I make you a question? Do you cook Spanish food when you come back home into the UK? And she said, oh, actually I don't. I said, and why do you think that is? And she said, well, no one has ever shown me. There is a lot of Italian chefs on TV, Antonio Carluccios, Gennaro Contaldo, even Jamie Oliver, we can consider him kind of Italian, Gino da Campo, endless. French, you have Raymond Blanc, loads of, you know, Ken Hom on Chinese. There has never been a Spanish chef on TV. I hope they give us an opportunity soon. You know, there has been very few Spanish cookery shows on TV. Rick Stein did a wonderful one 3 years ago. Before that, Gwyneth Paltrow 8 years ago. And the one previous to that goes well below. I think Spanish food deserves better than that. Anyway, as well, I just wanted to let you know a few truths about Spanish food that you probably won't know. And it's that, you know, and I will say, Italians, stop it, please. I'm French as well, let me tell you. Do you know the famous mayonnaise? Mayonnaise, it's a Spanish sauce created in the city of Mahón, in Menorca, in the Balearic Islands. During the French War, I don't know how it's called, but in 1756, where there was this French invasion in Spain, they loved so much this sauce that they call it Mahón-S, okay, a sauce from Mahón. From then, it went all over the world, and everybody seems to think that it's a French sauce. It's not, it's Spanish. Consomme, things like consomme, this clear broth of Spanish as well. We created it. Somebody came and robbed it from us, and you can check on Wikipedia, it says it. Not that we believe Wikipedia, but it's true in this case. And there is loads and loads of things that we do that others have nicked from us. Things like olive oil, okay? Italians are incredibly popular, and they went to America and spread it to the rest of the world, Italian cuisine. And now, how a small country like that is able to sell so much food around the world? Well, very simply, they don't have it. They buy it from somewhere else, and they package it and sell it as Italian. So that is the case with olives, which Spain is the biggest producer in the world, and with olive oil. Most of the olive oil that you see in the supermarkets under Italian brands, check, it will say pack in Italy, but it won't say it made in Italy. Why? Because it's not. It's Spanish. Thank you very much all for listening, and I hope there has been a few interesting facts in there. Cheers. Well done.